Today, last chance that we get them out on the field before the 15th practice, the spring game. So couldn't go in pads because of the rules of 3 days off in pads, and we'd only had two, so this had to be the third day. We still got a lot of work done. Put them through a full practice, everything we normally do, and so I got 48 hours to get focused for spring game and make a statement about who they are individually, because they've been told time and time again that the new guys are going to get a great shot come this fall, and we'll be able to on the field with them again for, I guess, 3 months from now.
But that's like 4
How much
years
weight
ago.
do you put into the game versus what they've done over the past 4 weeks?
Very similar. Everything counts. Just a little bit more just because of the environment. I think it's critical to see. Obviously, it won't be just like a game, but it's critical to see when you get them in a game environment. You guys change. Some guys start to play better. Some guys start to make more mistakes. We'll take all that into account.
Where did things stand with Torn Campbell?
Pardon?
Torn Campbell, where did things stand with him?
He's had a really good spring. We were talking in our meeting today. Maybe one of the 2 or 3 most improved guys.
Not Cameron, Campbell.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're still looking into the incident. Everything that we've been told is that he didn't do anything, but we want to be very cautious with that and make sure, because of the zero tolerance that he's on.
What is
Was
he
this
alleged
one
to have
in-
done?
I'm not going to get into that.
But it was just one incident.
Yes, sir.
What is the format of the spring game going to be as far as is it ones against twos, or how are you sort of dividing things up?
Yeah, well, we don't have an option. We can't do ones versus twos. We have no twos on the offensive line, so it is just offense versus defense, and we'll have a scoring system to do that. And we'll have to take long quarter breaks, long halftime, to try to get our 7 or 8 offensive linemen through the game. It's not. People will say, well, you only play 5 sometimes in a normal game, but they go and sit out at a defense, especially when it goes on the field, and so that won't be the case.
You mentioned Cameron as maybe one of the 1 or 2. Who else would you put in that group? Who stands out in your mind over the 14 practices?
Armstead, definitely. For a guy we didn't know a ton about coming in, really has had a phenomenal camp. Before he got hurt, we the guys that jumped right out to us as guys that will be frontline guys, potential high-end players.
Jordan Cameron.
Yeah, that's what he said.
another
Jordan. Who else besides Jordan? Jordan is most improved. I would not classify him as a dominant player like those other 2, but I would say that he's been very improved, especially for a guy playing in new positions.
Is there anything you know about the team now that you didn't 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago?
I didn't know our defensive line was potentially this good. I didn't know that we had this many depth issues for sure at some other positions. So find out some good and some bad.
Is Ronald going to play Saturday?
No, he can't. He's no contact. He was only out here today because there's no pads on. He can't have contact with that elbow.
What about Mike Tyler? Do you expect him to?
Yeah, we think we will. It is his toe, and that's why he couldn't go today, but we think we'll be able to push him out for Saturday or somewhere.
How about Barkley? What are you looking for? How would you evaluate his 14 practices, and what are you looking to see from him on Saturday?
Yeah, I think he's had a very strong spring. He needs to finish it off well in the Coliseum environment, whatever that will be Saturday. And, I don't want to jinx him, but keep his shutout going.
The way coaches work together, is this kind of how you envision this relation going about it?
Yeah, it's a competitive coaching staff, and it creates a competitive environment. One side gets the other in a drill or on a day, and you can tell that that group's going to come out the next day ready to go, and so you can see the players feed off the coaches. It's fun to be around, to have that competitive staff, that does take practice, in the middle of spring so serious. Not say, oh, well, it's spring ball. None of these guys are out here like to coach in the regular season and playoff.
Have you had a good time? Has this been fun for you, or?
Well, I don't know. I don't really look at it as fun or classify it that way, really. We're very fortunate to be here, so we're excited from that point, but we're not going to sit around and some stuff that we don't give each other. And so we did do an in-season service period, which is hard to do because your numbers are so low, but we made our way through it anyway. We did some stuff that our defense doesn't do, some 3-4 work, because some teams that we play will do that. And then on the other side, did some wildcat work and some option work that we don't get very much of.
Are you concerned the O-line depth could be an issue in the fall too?
Absolutely. But I don't. There's no free agency, or you can't trade, so I don't know what to do about it.
Can you name one or two things that you can that you hope to learn from Saturday's scrimmage?
Two things I hope to learn from Saturday's scrimmage. Yeah, I want to see our backup linebackers, how they do. We're going to play them a lot and see if anybody can step up. Outside of the 4 guys that we feel good about right now, we need to see those other guys. And receivers, who's going to. Ronald's not going to play. I think we got a real special player in Ronald, and no one else has really shined for us in the spring on a consistent basis. So hopefully 1 or 2 of those guys step up.
What are you going to do special teams wise on Saturday, if anything?
Yeah, not very much. We will kick field goals and extra points.